The Fold has been creating Ninjago songs for basically a decade. And recently, over the course of this past year, I already made 2 rankings based on these songs. One based on ranking my personal favorite weekend whips, and one based off of my personal favorite non-weekend whips. So, I'm going to do what no Ninjago fan has done so far, to my knowledge, and that is to make a ranking list of my top 10 favorite Ninjago songs ever made. And before you say, what about is top 10 Ninjago, not top 10 Ninjago, 10 for Ninjago going to be on the list? No, it's not, because this little trilogy I made was made before that song was released. But it'll be featured in my 4th, smaller ranking of top 5 other Ninjago songs made by the Fold. So it won't be in this list, unfortunately. So, with all that being said, here are my top 10 favorite Ninjago songs ever made by the Fold. The Shintaro Dungeon Whip. The Shintaro Dungeon Whip is one of the many famous remixes for the Weekend Whip, and is the remix for the season called Master of the Mountain. Now, this was number 5 on my ranking the whips list, and it still is number 5. But when I compare it to number 5s for both the whip and non-whip of the number 5 position, this one didn't win, unfortunately. It's still a good song. It's just, I feel that it doesn't really get good until around 2 minutes in. It's enjoyable, and then around 2 minutes in it gets really awesome. And I feel like the ending of the song is pretty good. It's just that everything leading up to it is a little flat for me. I still like it nonetheless. We Are Ninjago. This song, in my personal opinion, exemplifies who we are as Ninjago fans. And that's why it means a lot to me. And honestly, I really like the whole overall passion behind this song, and how it speaks to us as a community, rather than just looking at the character's point of view or the villain's point of view. It looks at us as a community, as fans, and that's what makes it a good song. It's just that it's the best of the best list, and while this song would have been higher on any other list, unfortunately it's a little bit low on my list, because as I said, this is the best of the best. These songs pull no punches. They all mean something to me. The Ghost Whip. Now, a lot of people are probably going to be mad at me, since this basically is the most popular whip to ever exist, but I disagree. It's cool, don't get me wrong, it's cool. I love the beat, love the music and whatnot, but if I'm going to be honest here, slow songs I have somewhat a hit or miss relationship with. The ones that have a slower beat. I was raised in a rock household where my mom and dad both love rock music, so I'm used to that. Rock music. This felt more like pop, which pop isn't bad, or at least some pop is bad, but some of it is. But pop is a bit more slow. And while that's not necessarily wrong, I prefer it to I can't prefer it to rock music. So that's why, if some of my top 3 choices are more rock-based, that's probably why they're up there, because they're more rock-based, while the ones below it are more pop-based. And there's nothing wrong with that. I still like the song, don't get me wrong, and I love the guitar during that little middle. I really love it. But I do think this is a slightly overrated whip, because I believe there are 3 better whips out there than this one. After the Blackout. Now you may be thinking, whoa, Luke. Wasn't this like number 2 or number 3 in your non-weekend whips video? Yeah, it was. But I decided that I don't know, for some reason, the beat is good and whatnot, but again, I think it might be down to just personal preference. I like the song, don't get me wrong, and it's iconic, obviously. But again, there are some songs that I just like better than this one. That's really it. The Rift Whip. Yeah, this whip was at number 3, and it still is my 3rd favorite whip. I just love this whip. It is so underrated. The beat's there. It has that vibe of both pop and rock. When you put both blends together, sometimes you can create magic. And the Fold definitely has a huge advantage in this style, as shown in this song. It makes me just want to jump around, honestly, as I'm kind of bopping already just talking about it. And I wish more people appreciated this whip for the greatness that it is. I really love this whip, and I wish more people would understand how good it is. Born to be a Ninja. Remember how I said I like rock-based songs more than pop-based? Well, this is definitely an example of that. It's short, but it's sweet. Even though it only lasts like 2.5 minutes, it's still a good song regardless. And I just love to headbang the hell out of this song. Whenever I headbang to a song, you know you got me hooked in. As I said, I'm a rock/metalhead, so rock songs are my forte. So I enjoy this song quite a lot, and it really kind of speaks to me, in a way, because it's like, yeah, I am born to be a ninja. You all were born to be a ninja. Everyone was born to be a ninja. So I hope you guys like this song too. Back to Ninjago. Yeah, this is definitely an underrated hit, overshadowed by such hits such as the Anaconda Whip, which is pretty bad if you ask me, and 21st Century Ninja. Good, but overrated. This is definitely the best that Tournament of Elements Fold has to offer in season 4. Sorry if I got my words mixed up. It's just, again, that headbanging. I love to headbang to this song, and you know, it got that rock vibe out of it. And you know, I just love it when the Fold brings out their rock roots, because that's what they are in the end. They are a rock band. Well, partially rock if you ask me. But I still think this song is underrated as hell, and I think that it should be praised a lot more. The original Weekend Whip. Of course this song had to be on here. I would have been murdered if I left this nostalgic gem out of the list. And it's still a banger, even though it's like nearly a decade old, I think. And it's gone through several reincarnations, some of which actually landed on this list. And I hope there's more in the future. Hopefully we could get some more really creative whips in the future, and hopefully they could be just as good, if not better, than the original. The Temporal Whip. This is my favorite whip, but it's not my favorite Ninjago song. This whip, even though, as I said before, it's short and it's sweet, it's also so bad ass. Oh my god, I could not fathom how badass this song is. Oh my god, it makes me feel pumped up. It makes me feel pumped up. whenever I see the last part, like the last 30 seconds of it for the season 7 intro, it actually makes me want to watch that episode, even if it's from a season that's regarded as being super forgettable. I just can't get enough of it. I'd listen to this whip so many times and it would never ever get tiring. A lot of people kind of find this whip overrated, and I don't see it. I don't see why it's overrated. It's so badass. I guess they just can't fathom how badass this song is, because again, I don't think they're rock or metalheads like I am. So Rise of the Vermilion. If there's a way to top a badass song like the Temporal Whip, and that is to make an even more badass song. And that's what happens in Rise of the Vermilion. Season 7 just killed it when it came to music, in the Fold's case. They just killed it. It's the only song from the Fold that has been made from the villain's point of view instead of the heroes, which is always interesting because a lot of fans actually think the villains are more interesting than the heroes, and that's awesome. And honestly, I just think that this song is so underappreciated as well, and oh my god, I cannot fathom it. It's just it's a thing of beauty. The vocals are amazing, the lyrics are amazing, everything about the song is amazing. I could listen to this song forever and ever and ever. I'd probably put it on my ringtone. I'd probably even make it my ringtone or something. But yeah, the Fold actually said when making this song they went back to their punk rock roots, which is definitely obvious when you listen to the song. And hopefully you listen to the full version and not the Spotify version, which cuts the last 30 seconds out for some unknown reason. I just really, really wish more people appreciated this thing of beauty. But anyways, what is your favorite Ninjago song ever made by the Fold? Let me know in the comments down below. But anyways, I hope you guys like this video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel by clicking on that red subscribe button, and click on the notification bell to see every video that I will upload. And I'll see all you folks in the next video. Bye bye!